Welcome to the FitnessMotivation channel. In today's episode, we feature Drain Kagan, a public figure whose career and identity are built upon a radical act of transformation and self-determination. Her life story is a case study in resilience, moving from forced indoctrination in one of America's most infamous cults to becoming an international fitness influencer and successful digital entrepreneur. Her initial identity, forged during years in the Westboro Baptist Church, WBC, paradoxically provided the mental toughness and narrative necessary to build her current empire. Today, Drain Kagan combines professional roles that often appear contradictory, but collectively build her credibility. She is a former registered nurse, RN, a New York Times best-selling author, a WBFF, World Beauty Fitness and Fashion, professional athlete, and an NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine, certified personal trainer. As an influencer, she is known under the brand LaurenDrainFit and has amassed over 5.7 million followers across various platforms. Her journey from familial loss and banishment, trauma, to regaining full control over her body and life narrative is the primary driving force behind her brand.
So I surrender.
Introduction to the Westboro Baptist Church context. Understanding the scale of Drain's success requires framing it within the context of the Westboro Baptist Church. Based in Topeka, Kansas, the WBC is an infamous organization primarily known in the United States for its extremist protests, including picketing military veterans' funerals and employing hateful slogans such as, "God hates fags." The church, led by Fred Phelps, consisted mainly of his own family and a few converts. Their theology was based on a form of Calvinism, asserting that the members' sole task was to testify to God's hatred, and being rejected and hated by the rest of society was viewed as proof of their prophecy and success. This extreme environment serves as the zero point from which her transformation began.
I just need someone I believe in. Will you wait for me while I'm still healing?
Early life and indoctrination. Drain was born on December 31, 1985 in Tampa, Florida. Her early years were spent in Bradenton before moving to Olathe, Kansas at the age of 5. Her entry into the WBC was not her initiative. Her father, Steve Drain, first made contact with the church while working on a critical documentary, but ultimately became an ardent convert himself, bringing the entire family into the church. Lauren was a member of the WBC from 2001 to 2007, meaning her formative adolescent years, ages 15 to 21, were spent in a cult environment.
And I surrender. There's no more falling down. I've hit the ground.
Anatomy of the cult and the psychology of hate life in the WBC was characterized by extreme psychological rigor. The church manipulated basic human needs, the need for love, support, and security, to transform its members into fanatics. Members were conditioned to view widespread hatred and condemnation from the media as proof that they were acting righteously. Drain experienced this environment, which thrived on the misfortune of others and taught its members to derive satisfaction from confrontation and mockery. In the context of her later fitness career, the intense psychological discipline required to survive and function within such a harsh, isolated environment had an unexpected carryover. The psychology demanding extreme obedience and constant struggle against the temptations of the outside world may have forged the mental toughness necessary to succeed in the extremely disciplined industry of professional bodybuilding and fitness. The loss of control over her life in the cult generated a powerful internal need to regain it, and control over her own body became the most perfect, tangible form of this self-control.
And I'm still running from my demons. I'm still hiding all my secrets. And I just need some
Excommunication and the Price of Freedom. Her departure from the WBC occurred in 2007 and was involuntary. Drain was excommunicated at age 21 for questioning the church's doctrine and for unauthorized contact with a man outside the congregation from Connecticut who was attempting to learn more about the church. The consequences were immediate and devastating. Banishment meant a complete severance of contact and the loss of her entire support system. Her parents, 2 sisters, and brother, who remained members of the church at the time, cut all ties with her. She initially lived alone in Topeka, but was constantly reminded of her exile, which prompted her move to Connecticut. Familial rehabilitation. Though the banishment was initially absolute, the situation changed years later. In 2020, Lauren's father, Steve Drain, began to express doubts about the severity of the church's protests. He sent an email to WBC members, stating that he and his family would no longer participate in picketing. Consequently, the next day, the church voted to excommunicate Lauren's parents and 2 of her siblings. Her sister, Taylor Drain Phelps, remains a church member. In 2023, Drain Kagan confirmed in a public YouTube video that she had successfully rebuilt relationships with some of her family.
I'm still hiding all my secrets, and I just need someone I believe in.
Academic and professional foundation. Following her banishment, Drain focused on establishing her position in society. She graduated from Topeka West High School and, thanks to a Wiseman Scholarship, pursued studies at Washburn University. In 2007, she earned a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, BSN. For 9 years, she worked as a registered nurse, RN. This role, focused on helping others, provided a stark contrast to the years spent spreading hate in the WBC.
So I surrender.
Literary success. In 2013, co-authoring with Lisa Pulitzer, she published her autobiography, Banished: Surviving My Years in the Westboro Baptist Church. The book quickly gained recognition, achieving New York Times bestseller status in the ebook category as of March 30th, 2013. Through this publication, Drain regained control of her personal narrative, offering readers an internal insight into the psychological mechanisms of the cult, beyond superficial media reports. In the same year, 2013, she publicly participated in the NOH8 campaign. This symbolic act was a direct and active dissociation from the WBC's central doctrine of hate, cementing her image as her own savior. Burnout and the compulsion for change. Her nursing career, though established and noble, became a source of chronic stress that initiated her physical transformation. She worked 12-hour stressful night shifts, often with very little sleep. She reached a point where she was extremely stressed, unhappy with her daily food choices and physical appearance. The nursing work environment, she noted, often fostered a culture of self-neglect, leading to undernourishment and poor dietary decisions. For Drain, this became particularly destructive. The staff room, filled with cakes, donuts, and leftover food, became the enemy. Struggling with cravings and guilt, she developed an unhealthy pattern where she would occasionally force herself to vomit after eating sweets at work, a binge and purge pattern she had never had before. At age 28, she decided she had to make a serious lifestyle change to regain the sense of control, confidence, and energy she had lost at work. Her experience as a nurse for nearly a decade, including her struggle with temptation and exhaustion, forms the authoritative basis of her fitness brand. The RN title, BSN completed, elevates the credibility of her nutrition and training programs above the level of standard influencers, connecting science with aesthetics. Transformation into WBFF Pro. The decision to regain control over her life was materialized through fitness. Drain Kagan signed up for her first bikini competition, which she called a compulsion, to adhere to a rigorous 14-week training and diet regimen. What started as a strategy for self-healing and regaining control after cult trauma and professional burnout quickly became the prototype for a product. Drain's exceptional work ethic is evident in her ability to train and meal prep through 6 competition cycles while working as a full-time and sometimes second night nurse. Ultimately, her discipline resulted in her earning WBFF Pro, World Beauty Fitness and Fashion Professional status, and NASMCPT certification. She's also listed as a WBFF World Champion. This success is interpreted as a psychological reversal of the WBC trauma. In the cult, Drain lost control and identity to a hateful regimen. The transition to WBFF Pro is proof of her autonomy. The body she grew up in under cult-imposed rigor became her most controlled and monetized asset. Digital brand architecture. Drain Kagan is a global influencer with an impressive following of over 5.7 million across all digital platforms. Her brand, LaurenDrainFit, operates as a comprehensive ecosystem that is strategically built on 2 pillars: inspiration stemming from her story of escape and the authority derived from her RN experience and WBFF Pro status. Business model and monetization. Drain Kagan's main business involves the direct sale of digital products and coaching services. She offers her own detailed workout and nutrition guides. Leveraging her experience, she also provides one-on-one coaching, and her program has helped over 20,000 clients worldwide. In addition to digital content, she sells branded merchandise, including autographed posters and calendars. She also hosts the Lauren Drain's Triggered podcast, which allows her to engage in deeper discussions about her history and fitness, strengthening audience loyalty. Strategic brand expansion. To maximize reach and monetization, Drain Kagan has expanded her business to subscription content platforms like OnlyFans, offering spicy content there. This decision is strategically consistent with her overall narrative of liberation. After years of rigid control and shame imposed by the WBC, the full exercise of autonomy over her own body, including through the creation of adult content, is a symbolic act of reclaiming power and taking control of the narrative on her own terms. This move maximizes her revenue and reinforces the message that reinvention is possible regardless of one's background. Marriage and family. Lauren Drain married David Kagan in 2013. The couple has 1 child. The inclusion of motherhood in her public narrative, Dog Mom Motherhood, highlights another aspect of her rebirth and building a life on her own terms after the traumatic family severance from the WBC. The impact of financial stabilization on her career. The joining of forces with David Kagan in 2013, the year of her marriage and the publication of Banished, is a crucial but often overlooked factor enabling her later entrepreneurial path. Emerging from an unstable situation after excommunication and a stressful RN job, Drain Kagan could rely on a significant financial safety net. This strategic alliance of capital, an experienced CEO with finance and MBA background, and image, NY Times bestseller, WBFF Pro, is a rarity in the world of influencers. The stability and potential strategic support from an individual managing a large public company allowed Lauren Drain to take the risk of leaving a guaranteed nursing profession for the more volatile but significantly more lucrative path of building a personal digital brand. Biographical synthesis. Lauren Drain. Kagan's biography is a cohesive narrative of regaining sovereignty in every aspect of life. Her story begins with the loss of control and identity in the Westboro Baptist Church, leads through establishment in a traditional nursing profession, and a successful literary debut, Banished. The turning point is the professional and health crisis associated with her RN work, which prompts her radical transformation. Ultimately, she regains control through extreme fitness discipline, achieving WBFF Pro status, and monetizing her reborn digital identity. Her success lies in the brilliant merging of trauma into motivation. The rigor and dedication that helped her survive the cult were transferred to the world of fitness, where they served to build strength and health. In this way, the discipline that once served hate now served self-improvement.
The time to decide has come and gone. Just give me a chance, we can carry on.
Legacy and influence on digital culture. Lauren Drain Kagan is a key example of a modern digital entrepreneur who transformed an extreme personal story into a lucrative brand, selling not just workout programs, but most importantly, a mentality of triumph over adversity. Her brand is an enduring testament against indoctrination and for self-determination, physical and psychological autonomy. Strategic management of controversy. Both her past in the WBC and her current creation of subscription content maximizes engagement and revenue, while cementing her image as someone who rejects taboos and control in favor of complete personal freedom. An analysis of her professional and private life suggests she is one of the most analytically fascinating figures in the influencer landscape, combining hard skills, RN, author, with radical personal branding and a solid strategic financial foundation.
That's all for today's episode. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date. Leave your mark in the comments section. You can also suggest whose biography you'd like us to create for you. Support our channel so we can grow faster. Thank you very much for all your support. See you in the next episode.